Good evening, gang. Good evening, Jill. Hope you're all having a good time. Hello. Uh, the Legacy Showcase for this month is this Sunday, um, and I am going to be playing in it. It's the first time I played it in a hot minute. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna get one last little league in with this list. This is the list. I should say 94 out of the 95 that I got a trophy with off stream earlier this week. Um, the only difference is a change that I meant to make going into that league that I forgot about, which was I wanted to try playing a second Surveil lands. Right now, I'm choosing to play it over one of the scrub lands because I really like Igandro right now, and I don't really want to lose my planes count. It maybe could be cutting a fetch too, not totally sure. But anyway, I find myself in enough spots where I want another Surveil lands, continues to do really well. I have had an annoying number of times that I really don't want to be drawing a comes into play tapped land, but we'll see. I think so too. I think cutting a fetch is worse, but All right, we're in it just like that. This is a mono white curve if I've ever seen one, but I'll take it. Underground Sea. Delver. It's probably Grixis Delver then. This ain't the best hand against Grixis, but I can live with that. Iganjo's nice against Delver though, so. Are they dazing? Yep, that's fine by me. I would rather they daze the mom than have a Bowmaster for it, basically. Hello, hello, we are gaming. They mill a Delver. That makes sense. Alright, 2 1-drops is a little scary, but hopefully they aren't both active next turn. If they are, then uh-oh, but we'll figure it out. Well, they don't have a counterspell at least. Delver doesn't flip. That's good. They're not drawing a spell. They do have another land. We knew about that, but Thoughtseize. Well, that's a sorcery. That is, in fact, a sorcery. I have not seen Thoughtseize in Delver lists at all. That's a first. Well, okay. Well, we have at least this Igandro. Did they keep? They did keep a card on top, so this Delver's probably flipping. There's a possibility I should have attacked, but Lightning Bolt, gross. Ooh, I am kind of opening myself up to Wasteland here, huh? Because they can Wasteland and then Bolt Thalia pre-combat. Uh, if they Bolt Thalia right now, then I can't use Iganjo. But they're going to combat anyway, so that works for me. Yeah, they definitely should have just bolted uh, before going to attacks, but I'll take it. I think they forgot about that part too. Okay. I mean, Flicker Wisp does in fact block. Really need to not draw any more lands though. I definitely should have unflipped the Delver. I don't know why I didn't, honestly. That was just a goof. Alright, no more lands, please. Okay. Just gonna put it in right now. This is a formal wear moment for sure. I am gonna start with the Yorion though, because I want to put something in front of this Delver right away. Don't have a daze, and that was basically the only thing that punished playing Yorion here. So I'm definitely either getting Jite or Skull. I think I want to get Batterskull because the scariest thing right now would be a Murktide, and if I put Batterskull on my Yorion, that actually blanks Murktide. Does that make sense? I think so. The Jite I could get into play. I could make Jite active next turn, which is a little bit faster, but I think we're not currently in a position where like that one turn is really going to make a difference. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Batterskull. We don't necessarily need to block. They don't. The bolt that they revealed, they've cast 2 of them since then. So I don't think we need to assume that they have Lightning Bolt. Brainstorm into Brainstorm, that's good for me. Red. Unred. You have a Lightning Bolt, that's fine. I mean, I have to make them do this or else I just die. Do Delverless still play Mystic Sanctuary? Is that has stopped, or has that stopped being a thing since EI went away? Yeah, basically, I think that hasn't been a thing since EI. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Well, here's a Murktide. Yeah, I think I don't know how much it's like they can't support an extra island in their deck versus like it is just not worth it without EI. But yeah, since then it has not been around. So I can attack with Batterskull to at least gain 4. This Skyclave is not the Solitude that I needed. I'll represent Swords. I guess there's no point representing Swords to Plowshares because, like, I definitely would have already played it, but I'm not going to bother playing the lands right now. My opponent is still drawing lands, thank goodness. But we still need to find something that matters right now. Well, that was the biggest formal wear moment we've had in a very long time. That was so annoying. But on we go. Formal wear moment combined with flooding, I guess. But I still think Skyclave should be able to exile anything. Has a built-in downside. Nope. If I keep this, I kind of have to bottom the Bowmasters potentially. Because this, it really feels like Marsh Flats. We have to assume that it's getting a Plains, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, I think the other possibility is put back like the Recruiter maybe and still have like potentially 3 removal spells, but I don't know. This one's a tough one. Hello, Katie. Welcome home. Yeah, I'll put the Bowmaster back. They're passing. Oh. I love that for me. Yeah, there's the Marsh Flats right away. That's okay. I don't think I even want to play this Thalia, actually. I think I just want to keep my mana up and not... Like, if they don't have a turn 1 threat, I feel like they must have, like, a Bowmaster. They're probably going to Brainstorm this turn, but, like... I don't know. I don't want to play Thalia into a Bowmaster. That's just dumb. I'm honestly not even sure if I should be doing this, but... Gonna get a swamp here to make sure I have it. Now I feel okay playing a Thalia because I'm not really holding anything up anyway. And if they're going to Bowmaster it, it's going to take basically this entire turn, which is okay by me. Yeah, that's fine. Wasteland's a little annoying. I hope we find another Plains, basically, here. Oh, Aether Vial. That's kind of like a Plains. Aether Vial... Aether Vial's the best fixing, actually. I think it came up literally last stream, but yeah, Vial is fixing. I think we can say that for sure. Nice watch streak, hell yeah. Why are Delver stop boarding this in against me? What do you what? Okay. Okay, Delver players. I mean, I'm not doing anything with this mana anyway. so go ahead. Ponder, sure. Yeah, I don't know. I, it is astounding to me how many Delver players board in Counterbalance against me. It's like well over half of them. It's kind of crazy. Goodbye, Solitude. There's that Ponder. Whoa. Night's Whisper. Calm down. There we go. We've drawn a 2-drop. Now the Vials at this point, I'm going to do the sort of risky thing and tap this Wastelands, put Yorion in my hand. Jeez, another one. Okay. Sure. Yeah, deal. I'm starting to think their deck might not have Bowmasters in it. Which seems a little crazy to me, but this is a lot of cards we've seen for them to not have cast a Bowmaster. Yeah, I got it. Right. Night's Whisper wins all the Bowmaster mirrors. You don't need Bowmaster for that. Swagahod MTG, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? I'll go ahead and start with a little attack here. I feel like this Stoneforge can't resolve, but we'll see. They don't use Counterbalance, so at least they have to spend a real card on it. Is this a Daze? Yeah, okay. So definitely punished for tapping that Wasteland there. Blue, it's a Murktide. Came across my channel from extra stuff that found on YouTube. Hell yeah. Well, welcome. Glad you could catch me live. Yep, that is a Murktide Regent. It's a second Murktide Regent. They're doing this in the wrong order because they exiled all their. They made this one should have been the smaller one, and then they exile all their spells with the other one. But okay. Okay, what's the plan here? If I can Scarab Swarm myself to make a bunch of blockers, but that doesn't actually make progress. We could get a Solitude, the main problem there being I'm nowhere close to getting it into play. I think we have to start with a Flicker Wisp. Yeah, we'll start with that. And then I think I really need to take this up to 5, I think. So I'm gonna activate this now and wisp the big Murktide. And then hopefully I get to draw land. Preferably one that can't get wastelanded, but it's certainly better than nothing. And I can recruit for a Solitude here. Assuming this doesn't get countered, but they don't have very many 3-drops in their deck, so. It is not impossible, but chances are low. Okay. Cool. I will get a Solitude. I will be very happy to trade. You're bolting it. Okay, sure. Shadowy Backstreets. I don't really need any more lands at this point. Do I just attack? I don't know. Yeah, I'll attack. Again, there's so many cards and then who have not drawn Bowmaster, so. And just in case they are a Stifle deck, although it doesn't seem likely from what's happened so far, I'll go ahead and Solitude this now. Next turn I get to Yori on this board, and then the game's over. And no reason to expose my recruiters. Yeah, okay. This game's over. I'm just going to get the last 2 Solitudes out of my deck. And then what else could matter? Oh, there's a prediction up. Predict if you want. Wilkie, think of a good prediction. Oh, thank you so much for all your hard work. How long do we have? How long is it? Oh, we got another 5 minutes on it. Swagahad, thank you so much for the prime sub. How's it going? Many, many thanks. This hand has Aether Vial again, and a Swords, and has Battle of Bywater. I meant to click Keep, and I slipped. Well, thankfully this hand is good too, but I really did not mean to do that. Yeesh. I did in fact Steamer the mulligan, but we did draw our turn 1 Aether Vial anyway, so I mean, that's getting forced. Pitching a Murktide? Hell yeah, let's go. We just never didn't have it. But I should not speak too soon, because obviously we would feel a lot better if we had the previous hand right now. But Stoneforge into Stoneforge, when they are brainstorm locked, hello? Well then. Sick. Nice. Oh, what did I bring in? I brought in. It was 2 Battles of Bywater, 1 Rest in Peace, and 1 Vanishing Verse. Any interesting white Modern Horizons 3 cards? 2 so far. There's okay. Mentioned the Rex Sage MDFC land. It's called Witch Enchanter. It's 3 and a white for a 2/2 that disenchants something, but you can play it as an untapped white source on its other side, paying 3 life. Disenchanter indeed. And the other card is white. Oh, White Orchid Phantom. Um, it's the white 2/2 with flying and first strike that is almost Ghost Quarter. The only difference is you can't Ghost Quarter. You can't target basic lands. I think that card probably goes into a different kind of D&T than what this Black Splash is trying to do, but I'm interested in trying it out. This hand, I'm on the play. I have a Vial, but I don't have a whole lot else. But I do get to cast literally everything I draw. I'm gonna try it. Turn 1 Vial is pretty broken. I didn't notice that my opponent is also on Yorion. Well, hopefully it's not the mirror, because I need more action for the mirror, but we'll see. You're playing Niv till late? No, please. Hell yeah, I'm so good. This keep seems insane. I mean, yeah, a lot of D&T keeps do. I think this is a stretch, but I don't think it's insane to keep. I think being able to keep this hand at all is an extension of like the fact that D&T's top decks are just kind of broken. Like when you guarantee that you can cast any card that you draw, that's actually like really strong for us. What's the main deck cut for formal wear? That is a complicated question, mostly because I play 2 of them, so I cut 2 cards. From the list that I am playing right now, the Batterskull and 1 of the Lion Sashes become formal wares. It's worth noting that my opponent has revealed both of their red sources. I'm assuming that they're playing Beans. All right, real prediction is up. Let me take a quick look. Oh, what will Vanishing Verse hit tonight? Ooh, that's a good one. Yep, here's a bean. Yeah, my opponent has exposed both of their red sources, so there's a possibility if we draw enough wastelands, we can keep them off of casting 4th Aer Lingus, which would be really big. Oh, I love that they didn't attack. That's my favorite. I think we have to start with the Skyclave because I weirdly want the recruiter to resolve more, but we can't afford to let them cast a Force of Will and have it draw a card first. And I'm now actually not even sure if I want to hard cast this recruiter or just wait until... I'm going to wait till my upkeep, I think. Getting your predictions, everybody. You got 3.5 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't have Teague in my deck for this matchup anymore, but still playable, still fine. Just could be better. Leyline Binding? No. Is this just the 4th Aer Lingus right away? It's pretty bold. Okay. This might work for them, we'll see. If only I had an Orcish Bowmasters right now. That might actually be what my recruiter is getting. I think it is. Yeah. Because this also forces the chump block on the Bowmaster to defend the Monarchy here. We didn't kill the Bowmaster because killing the token is better because the token can get bigger. And I'm not really worried about the Yorion at this rate because we're putting enough pressure on them that I don't think it's really going to come into play for a little bit. Another Aether Vial, huh? I guess if there's some figures like kind of bad if they just don't block, we take the Monarchy, then they Bowmaster our Bowmaster with the trigger. Yeah, I guess that's true. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought through that as much as I should have. So yeah, I'll accept that as not the best. I don't really want to overextend too badly to get the Monarchy here. I think I just want to attack with the army and then just see what happens. I assume they're just going to take one block, which would be fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Hmm. So, if I vial in the Yorion right now and blink everything, the dress down, because of AppNap, the dress down would still be in play when my Yorion trigger resolves. So, unfortunately, we just have to be sad about this dress down. Yeah, AppNap mentioned for sure. Yeah, it's a bummer. Mystic Sanctuary back the 4th. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So they can make 4 human knights potentially. Wasteland's rough. Guess we'll see if they use it or not. AppNap is active player, non-active player. Basically, it's the rule. It's the rule that determines the order in which triggers go on the stack when they go on the stack at the same time. And what it means is the player whose turn it is puts all their triggers on the stack, and then whichever player's turn it isn't puts all of their triggers on the stack on top of it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that does happen all the time with ledger shredders, doesn't it? I hadn't even thought about that. Okay, new idea. Once this dress down is out of here. Oh, they better put their triggers on the stack on the right way. They didn't. That's actually kind of funny. I think I might just Solitude here. Yeah. My opponent doesn't even use a spell. They're just discarding. They discard a Polluted Delta. Okay. Well, we have a Vial on 5, a board of 4 creatures, and a Yorion in our hand. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, we're just stacking with everything. I will take the Monarchy 5 times. I'm going to wait until my opponents draw a step. There's a possibility there's going to be a terminus here, but there isn't. So I'm going to vial in my Thalian now to make 4th harder to cast. Also gives me a free blocker. What's the main thing to learn when playing D&T? That is a very difficult question to answer. They have a triumph. Okay. Well, that's a good enough reason to do this. I think this is just lethal. It's looking pretty lethal. What is this even going to get? I'll get a Scarab Swarm. Scarab Swarm's fun. So they go to 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, super dead. Cool. Got it. That is about what I do. Don't like Thali in this matchup, especially because they have Bowmasters. And they don't like Jite. Okay, there we go. The main... I don't know if there's one main thing I would say there is to learn. I would say a big part of it is understanding that you're a control deck. Understanding that, like, optimizing your plays is a lot about risk analysis and understanding, like, how... Like, because you are so powerful in the late game, understanding, like, how much you can afford to be behind early in order to make that happen and, like, keep your resources until you get to a point where you take things over. I think it's a big part of it. I love Aether Vial. I might be able to keep this mostly off of Wasteland, potentially. No. I'll be a little more disciplined this time. This doesn't have black mana. I think I might have to keep this because at least it has 2 recruiters, and recruiters are the best card in this matchup. Yeah. I don't think I can afford to go to 5. I would rather have the 7 than this, I'm pretty sure. For what it's worth. Turn 1 Xander's Lounge again. I wish I could wasteland that. Oh well. Okay, there's a 2-drop at least. Another turn 2 where my opponent doesn't have white or green mana. And they shuffled off their Ponder, so that's bad news for them. Hopefully the Stoneforge resolves. They have not shown me white mana, so deal with this. You enjoy Maverick and Legacy, but try to league with DNT and really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it's important to note how different those decks are. They're stopping in their draw step. I think they just drew a Terminus. Still no white mana. They have to exile their Terminus to a Solitude. Yeah, perfect. White mana. Or literally any lands. I don't care about white mana. Just kidding. But yeah, like Solitude is a great example of like I think ooh, well, that works too. Um a card that like really shows in a way like what D&T is trying to do. Like it both is a spell you can cast for 0 to get to your late game while also being a card that like completely dominates the late game because it kills everything. Um, Honestly, I think a big part of learning D&T is just knowing how to abuse Solitude as much as you can. Um, this is a very annoying turn to draw Aether Vial, but I'm just going to get my Cauldron into play while my opponent's stumbling on their mana. Yeah, the big thing is just understanding that like just because it's a deck full of white creatures doesn't mean it's an aggro deck. It's probably the least attacky creature deck you'd ever find. Alright, my opponent finally has white mana, so the Kaldra is probably not long for this world. Oh, well, I get one more attack at least. That's kind of bold. They keep the card on top. Okay. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to hold up mana to put in Lion Sash here. I think I'm going to fetch now so that they can't kill my Stoneforge in response to anything. I'm going to get a swamp here so they can finally cast this Bowmasters, and then I'll do this. And now I can either Stoneforge in the Sash or I can cast Bowmasters, whichever I feel like in the moment. But I have a feeling, yeah, the first thing is going to be a Leyline Binding on the Kaldra. Unfortunate, but not surprising. I think with them at this low of a life total, I'm more interested in putting in the Lion Sash because it might get a Bowmaster out of their hands to kill the Sash. And if they kill the Sash with a Bowmaster, this Bowmaster can actually pressure their life total really effectively. Yeah, just like this. Cool, yeah, I will... yeah, I'm casting a Recruiter here, because I gotta recruit for my Laron. They just drew a Terminus. Oh, it's a Triumph. Never mind. Not a Terminus. Yes, Triumph of St. Katie has entered chat. Ever attack and try to blow them out with Bowmasters? I don't think so. I don't think there is a lot of value in doing that. Ooh. I want another land. So I guess, yeah, I'm keeping it. Let's see what we got going on here. Do I want another land? I think yes, actually. Maybe not enough to actively keep one on top of my library right now is probably the real answer. Especially with the vial here to help us get through our stuff quicker. Yeah, I'll bin this one. Bohemia69, thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? Hello. You were thinking that binding the Cauldron over the Germ has the issue of Lauren. It does and it doesn't. I think. Oh, they have another one. Okay. Binding the Germ is very bad against the Wisp and the Yorion that we will have access to every game. So it's not like it's not perfect either way. I'm gonna wait on attacking because they can just gain the life back with the Triumph. Unless I want a Solitude here, but I don't think that I do. I guess to be clear, I'm perfectly happy to hard cast the Solitude. I just don't want to have to evoke the Solitude right now. Yeah. I definitely do not need to attack. I agree. I might... I'm wondering if I want to put this Bowmaster in now. No, there's not. I don't think there's a lot of value in doing that. There's another land. I think I'm just putting Yorion in my hand here, holding up Bowmasters. I have Recruiter. I could also try hard casting Solitude right now. Actually, what I'll do is I will hard cast Solitude in their upkeep, maybe, or in their draw step, I should say, because I don't want to just let them hard cast a Force here. Is the main problem with hard casting Solitude. But I do want to get this Triumph out of here, so I think I'm happy to do it now. They are not revealing. Oh, I guess actually there's no reason to do it. Oh. That's a good enough reason for me to Bowmasters, I think. Anyway, I was just saying there's probably actually not even a good enough reason for me to wait until they try to attack if they do, but this is even better. Because now I get to kill both their Bowmasters. They don't shuffle off Ponder and they play Tropical Islands. I'm kind of tempted to just, yeah, I'm just gonna get a Wisp here. I think that's lethal. Well, it could be lethal, is the risk. Um, I think I like getting Wisp anyway, though. Or maybe the answer is Swarm. There's really a lot of good options. I think I'm going to go for Swarm here. Yeah, I'm going to start with... Oh, what's going on here? Oh no, they're going to cast a Force of Vigor on the Cauldron right now, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So now they only have blue and black mana up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're just dead. Because they can block 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're dead. You think White Orchid Phantom will make an appearance in Legacy DNC? I think that there's a decent chance. I don't think it's going to be in a version of the deck that looks like this necessarily. But I think that card certainly has some promise. I forgot that the Cauldron copy pasta dude replied guide sex workers. That's so funny. What did we? Yeah, it's funny, Toast. I was going to agree with you that I was casting Battle because it killed them. And then you said that we should cast Battle for a stupider reason, so I stopped responding. I'm typing it. Oh, it's Adam Wasmo. Oh, shit. This is a pretty good hand. You beat him up in Vintage yesterday. I'll try to keep up the streak. It's mulling to 6 at least. I have no idea what Adam will play right now, so. A Chrome Mox deck, huh? Is it a bad Chrome Mox deck or a good Chrome Mox deck, relatively speaking? A good one. Okay, cool. Phew. We have a plans. We're good. I probably should have played the Scrubland first, but you know, here we are. Let's play the Stoneforge of the Thalia first. I'm gonna go for Stoneforge first. Well, gross. I would like to draw any other white card, basically. That's all I'm looking for. Did I say I like Stoneforge first? I meant to say I like Thalia first. I mean, that gets me somewhere. This is rough, though. Yeah, I need a second planes here for this Swords to feel good. I think we're gonna do this for mana. For mana reasons. Now I pass, and then I think about what to do before he goes to combat. Because there's a possibility I want to just kill the Bombardiers pitching the Stoneforge, and then either I can Swords the Rabblemaster, or if I draw any land, I can just Jitte the Recruiter next turn. And I think at this rate, I just need to assume this Stoneforge is never getting there. And this is a very unfortunate amount of damage. But we might be okay depending on what the follow-up is. It's a Chalice. Okay, then we need a land. That's a land. Okay. We're getting there. They have to attack, or they don't have to attack because the Rabblemaster is not here anymore. So that feels worse. The fact that he didn't attack with both is at least a little bit reassuring. I don't have a second white source for Yorion. Ugh, what do I do here? I feel like I might just have to attack and get the counters now, and then hope that I draw a plains or a card that only costs one white pip. Yeah. Come on. Main phase. There we go. I'm fine taking this one hit, and then we'll see after that. Unlicensed hearse. Okay. That is fine. Whew, baby. Yeah, Hearse. I mean, Hearse would be pretty good versus our formal wear, huh? If only we had some. That is the most suspicious looking Fury I have ever seen. So I think that I'm just going to kill this now. Okay, that's really good. Should I even bother equipping? I guess I probably shouldn't. No, okay, playing that Crocus was a mistake. Oh well. I was thinking that it made sense to move this GT over to the Stoneforge, but I think it just doesn't. Because the Stoneforge is going to need to tap next turn to put the Batterskull into play anyway. I guess maybe we're going to have the mana to move it back over. I don't know. Okay. I was pitching a Spirit Guide. Yeah, I was pitching a Spirit Guide. Okay. Okay, okay. So this is attacking for 4, so I have to gain at least two life. I'll just do that now, I suppose. Ouch. I go to 1. I will go to 1. Fable. Okay. I was pretty likely to kill this Fable anyway, but I'm certainly going to thanks to the Hearse. I need to keep a lot of counters to make sure I don't just like die to something out of nowhere. We get to cast the Batterskull, and as long as we get through this next turn without anything nightmarish happening, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, what if you cast Red Ephemerate? That would be not so good. Pitching Ancient Tomb Chrome Mox makes sense. And we win. Phew. Okay. All right, I will bring in the few cards that I have for this matchup. And there we go. It's that easy. Chileth, no. Stop. Stop, don't. Huh. I don't love that this hand has 2 black cards that we can't cast. And if a moon comes into play, we will basically never cast them. This kind of feels like an actual 5-card hand. And I don't think we can Hopium draw black sources against a Blood Moon deck that plays very quickly. So yeah, we just have to go down. I don't love this hand, but I can work with it. What are we getting rid of? Might just be the Wasteland. Wasteland can be really good against them, though. It isn't always, but I think I want to get rid of the Wastelands, assume that I'm going to play a turn 1 Backstreet if I can. Yeah. Ugh, Fable. Do we Swords the Goblin Shaman? I usually don't. I usually hate that. I think we just have to let them have it. Don't comment a lot because you're at a very late time for me, but I've been loving your stream. Great energy and play. Perfect to fall asleep. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Toast, I will never fetch a basic, but yes, I should have. Okay. Taking some damage. Get this Vista out there. Jesus Christ. Alright. Have to get rid of the Bombardiers, and then we'll Skyclave the Reflection. Yeah, I probably should have surveilled there. I'm throwing, guys. He's definitely had the right hands against DNT. I'm just gonna not fetch here to save the life. I probably should have gotten a swamp there, since we can just tap that Crocus for white right now. There's a Fury. Yes, Sunday is when the showcase is, so that is when it starts at like 11 Eastern, I think. I will not be streaming it, to be clear. So your points will stay firmly in your pocket. Is that enough to live? Um, it looks like the answer is no. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, we're on the play this time. No, for those stakes, I would not be accepting that anyway. So, uh, don't get ahead of yourself. Hmm. Why are my hands so weird against him? Why can't they just be good? Uh, this hand just gets rolled over by too much, I think. What is it with Thalia and Jite in every opener? This hand eats shit to Blood Moon. But maybe I can live with that off of turn one Backstreet. I don't know. He's also mulling to 6 at least. Ugh. I'm gonna try this one. I don't love it though. He mulls to 5. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that. Toast your band if you turn one Blood Moons me. A slightly risky Wasteland, but against the Mold of 3, I think that's just right. Okay. I get to get a Plains. Just in case. Adam just said, maybe I should have kept the hand that was turn 1 Moon, no follow up. And I'm telling him it may have worked in this scenario. I don't want to Wasteland here. There's definitely some appeal to it, but I don't want to Wasteland and then just pass the turn here. So I'm going to get a Stoneforge Mystic. Wherever Stoneforge Mystic is, there we go. I love paying mana for Chrome Mox. Pitching Fury. Yep, okay. And let us Wasteland again. Lands? That's lands. I'll take it. Oh yeah, that was a formal wear moment. Thank you. Yeah, that the Fury imprinted probably means he has another in his hands, but I don't think we gain a whole lot waiting there, honestly. So, especially because we have the Karakas to save the Thalia. So, wow, Toast, you're forgetting about everything. You don't see lethal. You don't see the prismatic vista. You don't see the Karakas. Come on. When it's cast, you to get the board wipe, play Stoneforge. I think that's like fine. It's not. It's a fine direction to take the game. Um, but yeah. Hey Adam, what's up? GG's, GG's. Yeah, I think he's gonna read that as a reason, even more of a reason to keep the turn one moon no follow up. Is Mountain Double Spirit Guide. Ooh man, I would have to blank on a planes for so long for that to do much, but it certainly could happen. But obviously, I only have 6 of them. But yeah, exactly. We are against Zombie Senpai. All right, all right. They're also playing Commander Masters Phantom Draft. What? I will keep this. Snow-covered island, Delver of Secrets. What does that mean? Sure. I have been dazed. And Delver doesn't flip. Hell yeah, let's go. And no follow-up. Nice. Yeah, I think I want to surveil here if I can get away with it. Well, now I'm kind of tempted to just swords this Delver while they're tapped out. Does that make any sense? Because I was also hoping to wait until I can Skyclave them. I can wait. I guess if like they have a if they have a counterspell for the Skyclave, it's costing me at least 6 life between the attack that I take right now and the one after that. So, what's the best basic planes art? There's a lot of really good options. This is one of my favorites. I would probably use it in paper if it came in foil, but it doesn't. It's one of the Euro lands. No, no Thalias. Hello, Aether Vial. Nice. Don't play snow lands to play around predict. Never. It's fake news. Thundering Falls. This is just blue-red, maybe? Oh, the snow-covered swamp. Of course. Of course. I was wondering if they were about to cast a Murktide, because that could have looked a little bit scary. But then they didn't, so... Oh man, yeah, when are they going to print snow-covered Surveil lands? Only a matter of time, right, folks? Are you bolting me? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I think I care more about casting Aether Vial than I do about wisping their token. Yeah. I have a feeling a Murktide's coming, yeah. And if they have a Force or a Daze for this Wisp, then I'm going to really wish I had the second, so... Land? Land would be nice. That's not bad. This Wisp is good enough as a removal spell that I'll cast it to get like a Force out of their hand potentially. Or a Daze, whichever it is. So they're countering the sort of the worse answer. Portent Gamer over here. Whoa. Alright, I just hope that they do not draw into Force of Will here. Please don't do that. Okay, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Let's get this Solitude. Goodbye? Did we get there? We got there. Hell yeah. Do I waste their Thundering Falls? They just cast a Portent and... Did they shuffle? They did not shuffle, so I'm guessing they're going to be fine, and I'm just going to want my mana. Yeah, same. Hard casting Batterskull is definitely a priority. Yeah, if they don't play a land, potentially more interested. Even then, I'm not sure, but they do play a land, so we will continue to not think about it. This looks like another Murktide too. No, it's in the Brainstorm. Phew. Yes, this definitely looks like just blue-red. I think we had that idea before, but didn't quite have confirmation. I think this is confirmation. Can they have no counter spells and I draw Canoptek Scarab Swarm? That would be pretty sick. That is not what I asked for, but I can still do it. It could be Rug, yeah. I probably should have attacked there. Mm. Yeah, gross. You know, Toast, that was so too stupid it took me a second. Well, that does it, doesn't it? Need to draw lands to hardcast the Orion, but unfortunately our hand just really clunked it up. This hand can cast anything. But this is against Delver. I think Stoneforge puts enough pressure on them early that I'm okay keeping this, and Recruiter can kind of fill in gaps. I may do a slightly risky Surveil here. It kind of depends on what they do. I think I will Surveil here. I would love to draw Solitude. Yes, thank you. Hell yeah. Stoneforge resolves. Do I want Sash or Skull? I think I'm gonna get Sash here. Stoneforge is like kind of guaranteed to get bolted, I think, so. It's a vaguely formal wear moment for sure. Yeah, we'll just cast Sash here. I should have kept the basic planes up. Minor optimization. Delver's still not flipping, huh? Works for me. It's a Braid. Whoa. Since when do people play that anymore? I will take the Ponder out of their yard for Delirium reasons. Vaguely formular moment. So nice shirt and khakis. Yeah, exactly. We have a Solitude and a Swords, so I'm pretty sure this recruiter is just getting another Stoneforge. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, business casual moment, perfect. Force of Will is revealed to Insectile Aberration. Oh, we are in fact a Leyline Dowser deck. Got it. Understood. All right, they do get to draw a Lightning Bolt. And they get to think about using a Force of Will. And they do force pitching a Murktide deal. Thank you. That sounds amazing. Okay, this is solidly a formal wear moment, so I'm putting that in now. This is just a Batterskull, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They just have another Murktide. Okay. Jesus. Hello? There we go. Interesting. I feel like this hand there I feel like the Bowmasters will be good if our Solitude resolves. If our Solitude doesn't resolve, we're gonna wish that we had milled, but we would literally be looking for nothing other than Swords to Plowshares, which I don't think is a realistic way to do this. So I should keep this on top. Yeah. Cool. They bin a DRC and then put a Force of Will into their hands. Okay. There's a force in there. And they attack. Attacking is pretty bad into my lifelinking creature. But okay. Alright. have another bolt. Another. It's a petty theft. Okay. Got it. So I think I am most interested in just recasting this Solitude. I guess if they have a blue card to go with this Force of Will, do I want them to... Do I want them to counter the Batterskull, or do I want them to counter the Solitude? I think the answer is the Solitude. Fetch, leave up Bowmasters. We can... This can get us Scrublands. We can cast Bowmasters anyway. Yeah, I think casting the Solitude here is better. They do have the Force. Force pitches at Daze. Got it. I really hope they just cast a Ponder here. A Lightning Bolt. That's cool. I'm dead. Oh my god. That... Okay. Alright. Sure. This was like the exact scenario where I was going to wish that I had cast the Batterskull, because I could at least pitch... I could at least pitch the Solitude on the Delver. Yeah. It turns out, yes, Leyline Dowser can just draw 3 cards when you don't even have to. They never even had to cantrip it. Yeah, it was literally a blind hit 3 times in a row. Yeah, it was it was Bolt, Force, Bolt. That they hit off of it. Well, that was really annoying. Last seen playing Depths, you say? And I lost another die roll. I will keep this. Ancient Tomb. Lotus Petal. Okay. I'm glad it's not a Blood Moon, but I really don't want to play against a Fable right now either. And I have to fetch a Plains here just to be safe. Oh, it's Painter. Okay. It is not Stompy. got it. So I can go ahead and surveil without a sweat. Got it. All right, this Lauren's gonna have to put in a lot of work, huh? I had a feeling Walder was coming up, and it's gonna be rough. Okay, that'll work. That deals with the Welder. So this turn we're gonna have to probably Lauren the Fable. They're gonna get Saga constructs, but I just don't really see a way for us to do anything about that, unfortunately. And the next turn we can play either double 2-drop or we can play 1-2. We could play Thalia and hold it by Gondro potentially. No, that's a lie. We'd have to draw an untapped lands to do that. I kind of want to just double block here. Bowmaster is not really valuable in play anymore, so I think I just want to get stuff off the board and also take away the mana from the treasure tokens. Gross. That's not good. So now I need to kill this engineer. If I draw a Lion Sash, that would be a way to hold things up. Swarm. Interesting. Well, okay. We're gonna do. I think we're kind of forced into learning the reflection right now. I guess we could maybe still kill the Saga. It's a little risky to leave the reflection though. Yeah, because the problem with if we just let them get a copy of Goblin Engineer and then, you know. Oh yeah, I guess they can just kill me. Never mind, this is stupid. I thought they were 1 mana off for some reason, which makes no sense. If only we had Solitude. In all honesty, it might just like not be right for them to go for this, but they're gonna make me have it, and I unfortunately do not have it. All right, they're figuring it out. Alright, they got there. Yeah, that was a goof. Should have just killed the Saga. Alright, I'm going to be on the play this time. I'm going to get to bring in all of these nice cards and cut these bad ones. Yeah, cool. Alright, what do we got? This hand is very clunky, but it is also very powerful. It's hard to argue with Rip against Cauldron Painter in particular. Rip does turn off like 12 cards in their deck. That is a lot of cards to turn off. It's just, I feel like I lose to Painter so much more because of Fable and Saga than I do the Welders and stuff, which is why I am sort of reluctant to keep a hand that is pretty bad against the fast Fable or Saga draw. But if they are just casting Great Furnace, be my guest. Oh, they're going off. We're just getting this in play now. Not letting that. We are not letting anything happen. Karakas is an extremely annoying third land to draw. Oh, excuse me. Another Great Furnace. Yeah, here's Fable. Please give me a different third land. I am begging you. That'll do. Now, what are we getting with this? I feel like it's probably got to be starting a Lauren Loop, right? It's either that or we could get Stoneforge because we can vial it in right now. But I don't like our odds just letting them do whatever they want to do. So yeah, I'm gonna get Lauren. And if we draw lands, we get to Lauren twice. We could do it anyway, I guess. We just have to Lotus Petal Karakas, which I don't love. Excuse me. They ditch a Welder. That makes sense. Lotus Petal. I was gonna say they do have an opening for. They do have enough mana to Painter's Servant Grindstone. And if you have a red blast on top of this, you just wanted it more. Alright, cool. What do we mill? We mill Swamp, Prismatic Vista. Yeah, sure. Those don't mean anything. So yeah, that I think was not a great play on their part. I think that's why they weren't necessarily supposed to go for whatchamacallit. They weren't supposed to go for Painter, because if we had a Solitude in our hand, which our play kind of says that we do, even if we didn't, we were signaling it. It gets pretty bad for them after that, honestly. Am I Lotus Pedaling Karakas to kill two things, or am I just killing one thing? I guess we can pretty safely just like play Backstreet, put Yorion in our hands, and then we'll just learn something on their turn. Yeah, we don't really have to learn anything right now. I don't... If I could cast this Thoughtseize this turn, I would keep it, but I don't think I want to draw it next turn. Because they only have 2 cards left, and they have a lot of mana to cast it all, so... Doesn't seem very likely that we're going to be able to get anything with that. And now I'm wondering, do we play around Lightning Bolt and not even put Lauren in right now? I guess we'll see how much they do. I'm feeling like we can't necessarily bother playing around it. Maybe we can. So so I think of what I'm thinking now is we don't vial, we just wait until we untap, and then we will put Lauren in with this vial trigger on the stack to kill the reflection, and we can still take up to 4. And then we basically get to start Lauren looping with Karakas, which with with Yorion while keeping the Karakas untapped. Which is a much safer way to loop Lauren around removal that I feel like they must have, because like what would they not be playing right now? Okay. Well, that they sure did have removal. I forgot that they're also gonna have swords because they're the white splash. So it has nothing to do about that, unfortunately. But yeah, the swords does protect us from painter, very thankfully. Are they grinding me? They are. Thoughtseize swords. Sure. It's fine by me. The white splash also probably means they have fourth in their deck, unfortunately. So we are running out of time. Just thinking in terms of what that card might be able to do to us. What is this? They just cast a Devourer? That's really funny. That's hilarious. There's like literally no reason to kill this, right? Nah, yeah, I'm good. Ooh. So I could kill the Goblin Shaman if I'm okay with my opponent drawing a card. And I feel like in this scenario I am okay with that. Or right, I just look at my board, never mind. Yeah. Forgot, I'm literally Yorioning right now. I'm going crazy, guys. Alright, kill that. Kill... Is it Devourer or Grindstone? It's probably Devourer, right? No, it's Grindstone. Get out of here. I can just like chump with the Devourer next turn if I even need to. Uh, do you have a second one of those? Have you just been holding on to 3 swords and that's why this... No? Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll block. What's up? Alright, Soul Cauldron, it's a 3/3. You win. I'm proud of you. Alright, that was confusing. Ooh, that's fun, but I don't think we really need to be doing that. I'm just gonna attack. ping them. I'm almost tempted to just keep taking out the mana. Because, like, how do they possibly get into this game other than 4th Aerlingus, right? Yeah, I'm just going to hit their mana. This Devourer, especially because I'm going to make a Trump blocker every turn, it's just not scary. Yeah. They're sick of it, and I don't blame them. Since, I guess I'm mostly just assuming they have 4th because the white splash of Painter usually does. Is there anything that I would rather... Is there anything I'd rather cut over Thalia, just specifically because Thalia is so good against 4th? I think the answer is probably no, but I just want to at least think about it. No, I think we're out. It's just bad. It's so bad against everything else, yeah. I don't think that I am blocked by Matt Sperling, but I'll check. Give me a moment. I am unblocked, but I do have him blocked. Double Bowmaster, huh? It's not the first card I really want to be casting against Painter. Is the main problem. But we do get to surveil for the first couple turns, or at least the first turn for sure. I think Solitude and Skyclave are good enough that I'll keep this. It's borderline. It's not a hand I'm excited about, but probably not a mulligan. I was gonna say if it's just turn 1 Welder pass, that's like the one situation where I'm feeling a bit better about it. But notably only if they don't cast an engineer, but at least we can Solitude the Welder before the engineer trigger happens. Okay, I can live with that. No time for Aether Vial here. Stoneforge is great. I'm just going to go ahead and Bowmaster this Welder now. Yeah, he is just... He's very annoying. It's not like... He's not as bad as Ben Stark in terms of being like an enlightened centrist, but he's in the same direction. Yeah, we're blocking again. you don't know who Ben Stark is, just consider yourself blessed. Deal. If that's what they do to keep their Goblin Shaman alive, that's a huge win for me as far as I'm concerned. Lauren? No. Okay. Do I want I wonder if this is a Stoneforge for Jite situation. Just to have a potential... maybe not. So... we could just Skyclave the Reflection. Maybe that's fine enough. But we don't have to Skyclave it right now. But that might just be the best thing to do in terms of using our mana efficiently. Especially because now we have an extra Stoneforge that we could easily pitch to a Solitude if we need to. Yeah, I'll just Skyclave it now. Engineer, yeah, that's... I was a little bit worried about that. Can I just draw like a second Bowmasters? That would be nice. I can just double Bowmaster it. Oh, Dragon Engine. That's interesting. I guess with my Bowmasters, I'm not even necessarily that worried about letting them have this engineer then. I'll just Stoneforge. Yeah. What am I getting here? I could literally see an argument for any of them. I guess not Batterskull. I don't want Batterskull now. Maybe I want Sash in the long term, but I think I'm going to be killing this engineer before anything terrible happens. Actually, I think one thing I like about Sash now is it sort of entices them to use the engineer right away to play right into my Bowmasters. So I think that's a good enough reason for me. Get out of here. I see we're catching the Canadians. I guess Trial is specifically up on Ben Stark. Yeah, Ben Stark is the fucking worst. My opponent is paying costs. You hear that a lot. That's really funny. All right, opponent, you got to make a choice eventually. You're running out of time and I'm getting tired. Ooh, Scarab Swarm. Let's go. You gonna make 3/1/1s? Gonna exile my yard for 3. Yeah, that's fine. I see you are a person of taste as well. Oh. Oh dear. Alright, what do I want to kill? Assuming I'm getting 4 total triggers. This is just dying this turn, right? Because... Or no, right, it's not. So... I think I want to kill Dragon Engine and Engineer, and then I can sash the Dragon Engine before they can actually unearth it. Yeah. What do they discard? Oh, they choose not to. I forgot that was a May. Never mind. All right, what do we want to do now then? This feels like it's probably a Solitude turn. I wonder if I'm supposed to just Solitude Engine now before anything else can happen. It feels a little bit... It feels a little vulnerable to them top decking like anything. I do have this untapped Stoneforge. But the only thing I can do with that is Kaldra. I think I'm just going to play a land and pass. If I have to Solitude, if I have to pitch a Solitude, I will. But I think I can at the least afford to chump the Dragon Engine with the army, maybe. We'll see what they do. Ancient Team is better than Urza Saga for sure. Yeah, Reed literally looks the same. I don't understand. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be an okay opportunity to do this since I know this is a May anyway, and now I have multiple ways to make sure that this Dragon Ninja doesn't come back again. I'll just hinder their mana and save a little bit of damage anyway. Okay, Painter Servant. That resolves. What am I exiling here? I think I'm getting rid of the Painter Servant. Yeah, because the Painter Servant's like the only thing I can actually die to right now, and at least forcing them to like engineer it away by cracking the Lotus Petal means that it goes in the yard, which means that we can then use the Lion Sash on it. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, here's a question. Can I afford to... Yeah, so I can definitely cast Stoneforge, get a Batterskull here. The question is whether I'm going to have any opportunity to actually put it into play. And I think the answer is we probably won't, but it's okay because we can Stoneforge it into play and equip it to something in the same turn. I'm just doing this now to avoid any weird complications of like the grindstone being in play causing a problem. It's possible it was safer to just exile the Painter Servant before letting them untap, but just 4 in the air. I can live with 4 in the air. Hmm. That's interesting. So we're currently in a place where we die to a top decked Painter Servant, which means I think that we have to, yeah, Toast is on it. We will stabilize by doing this, and now we at least have a... We both have Sash up and Vanishing Verse in case anything dumb happens. Yeah, Verse does answer a Painter, which is very nice. Oh, that's so fucked up. Well, okay. Never mind. That sucks a lot. But we are only going to 1, and we still have this Batterskull. Skyrim Jedi 55, thank you so much for the follow. How is it going? We'll be done pretty soon. One, two, three, four, five, six. We have to fetch. Do we move the Batterskull over to something, or do we just attack with it? I guess one thing is that if we attack, it's very likely that they block with the Dragon Engine, which means that we need to Vanishing Verse the Engineer right now, regardless of what we do. Although I guess we can wait until... No, we can't wait until the attack happens. Actually, we literally need to do this right now or we're dead. We can't let them block first because then they just get to weld it out. Yeah, once we realize that we have to cast the verse right now, we can't move it. Yeah, I just hadn't realized that yet. Oh yes, finally Vanishing Verse killed something. Opponent, what are you doing? There we go. Okay. So I can hold up bouncing Batterskull and putting it back in, but I think the real thing we have to do is put this Yorion in our hand to cast next turn. Yeah. Okay, we got 30 seconds to predict on whether we're winning this game. Karakas? I really wanted to draw a spell that does something, but... I'm really surprised they haven't blocked yet. Yeah, flickering the Skyclave is actually right, because that means we can get rid of the Grindstone and we're no longer dead to a top deck painter. And I think that Toast was bringing this up. There's a I think we want to keep this Stoneforge up because, like, I think once we get past this turn, the game is over. So that one extra card isn't going to matter nearly as much as the tempo. I'm not sure what we're getting with it. I think it's probably... We don't have to worry about Sash because they can't get anything out of their yard at instant speed. There's Cauldron, I guess, but there's no welders or anything to worry about with Cauldron. So I think we just get Cauldron here. The one upside of Sash is if they attack with Dragon Engine and we block, we can Sash it before they unearth. But if they're spending all their mana doing that, that seems like a huge win to me. So that Urza Saga is many turns too late, thankfully. Well, we only die to Bolt if they... Like, they can't die to... We only die to Bolt if they attack with the engine to... Right, to draw 3 more, at which point we've gained 4 life. My opponent said GG's. They're at 3 seconds, so we're good. We got this. Oh, we should do this, and this, and this. I guess we'd rather the real copy be in play, just barely. Yeah. All right. Thank you, believers, however many of you there were. I didn't actually get a chance to see. But After a slog of a match against Painter, we got there 4-1, only losing to the Delver player that has it all, the archetypical character. Hey, Romario, how's it going? I hope you didn't just arrive, since we're about to take off. But yeah, this list feels good. Now, I guess basically 9-1 with this exact configuration. I think I've played. You voted yes. Thank you so much for believing. Um, I don't know. Feels good. I hope I do well with it tonight. This weekend. There tends to be a lot of Delver at the showcases, so. Hopefully, it'll treat me well. We shall see. Mario's played a Delver League last night and said having it all was a treat as he trophied. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, that is gonna do it for us. I'm gonna switch over to this fancy old screen here. Thank you everybody for stopping by. As always, I stream every Thursday and Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, playing some form of Legacy D&T. I don't know what the stream is going to be like actually on Sunday, since I'm going to be playing the showcase. It might like what the stream is or looks like is probably going to depend on that. So we're going to have to play it by ear on the day, I suppose. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. If you missed any of this and want to check it out, it'll be up on my YouTube. Follow me on the platforms all across the internet, and thank you for spending your evening with me, and for all those people who believed in me in that prediction. Have a good night, everybody.